Hello, Claudia.
Hello, Ioana.
Good evening, everyone. Today we are together for the 305th investigative cycle, the protocol number 1. For the investigations that we do, we have a fixed rule, which is the protocol. We have questions that are predefined that we cannot modify or deepen in the first part of the investigation. In the second part of the investigation, we will deepen the answers that Claudia will give me in the first part. Make sense? Makes sense. We do this in order to not contaminate the information, and we do something else. Claudia does not know the subject. So the telepath never knows the subject before entering these investigations, and it is very important for the information that we get out of these investigations. Now, if you want to contact me, you have all my personal details below. Thank you very much for watching, for listening. And if you're ready, Claudia, you can close your eyes and we can go. On the count of 3, connect to the artifact referred to as the Buga Sphere and tell me what are the first pieces of information you perceive or visualize. 1, 2, 3.
It's actually a sphere that I'm having now in front of my eyes.
Yes.
It's a somehow yellowish color and spiraling with high speed. That's how it looks now. And having some kind of motion in left, right. It's looking like predetermined route direction somehow. So it's not just like that chaotic or by chance. It's something like precise moves. That's how it looks now.
Okay.
I have no idea what is that.
We will see. In March 2025, a metallic sphere appeared in the skies above Buga in Colombia, which seemed to fly, defying the laws of physics. Now, decode the energetic characteristics of this artifact.
I'm watching it and I'm seeing the same trajectory, the same as I told you first. As I'm getting close to it, it feels to me that contains like something sentient. Something is not just an object. This is the first sight, let's say. Simply I have a perception of something having a kind of consciousness there. But not much. It's like I would see points as I'm getting close now and I'm looking straight to the object. I'm seeing points where I have the feeling that those points somehow have a kind of awareness of consciousness. Something is not a simple object, but still doesn't feel like it is let's say, an entity by itself of full consciousness. It's like it would be pieces of consciousness, better said. And if I'm going to the genetic code, doesn't come something that I'm familiar with. Simply came very fast, a kind of symbol, very complex, having a blue color, but again very small. The symbol and the color itself, it was just like a shade, going very fast in front of my eyes. Like has something to do with those points that I told you I was seeing earlier. The feeling that I have, it's yeah, there's a consciousness imprinted in those little points that I was seeing. But apart of that, I don't see a clear. I don't have a clear information about the root
We'll
genetic
see. We will see.
blockage. We'll see more. Yeah.
It's perfect. Perfect. Why did this metallic sphere appear in the city of Buga in Colombia? Why? Why
I have
in
a feeling.
Buga?
Yeah. And now came an image of people of those kind of people that are praying. So somehow this is the image I see now, but we'll see if it's related or some.
Tell me what you.
So yeah, the image, it is like those people that are praying, are making prayers, are looking up. They are very obedient kind. That was the image that I had, very fast, very sudden. Like could have something to do, but in the same time, and I'm telling you that I have the feeling it is not only that, there are more levels, layers, but this one came as a first layer, has something to do with the synchronicity with that place and the people that are living in that place.
Okay. Go to the moment of its creation and describe what happens and where it occurs on the count of 3. 1, 2.
Where it occurs or
Yes,
when?
the creation. Where?
Okay. I have the straight away came an image that the object was not created there. I had an image with the image coming with the object coming in that place, so not created there.
Go to the moment of its creation and describe what happens and where it occurs.
I have an image now of something underground.
Okay.
But I don't see a specific place. I simply have this image. And now this image takes me a bit more to something darker as a vibration in the same time. So it doesn't look like something very positive to me, this place where the object has been created.
Do you perceive anything else about this place?
It's somehow muddy. It's somehow like a jelly, the energy in here. Not very nice to feel. And at the same time, I have a feeling of cold and technology being involved here in this place. It is something that it's like a concentration, like a concentration of frequencies that had to be instilled in this object, had to be put simply in the object. There.
Okay.
Only
Okay.
that.
How do you feel, Claudia? Do you feel okay?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Good. Next question is the Buga Sphere an isolated element or part of a wider network or structure?
Part of a wider structure that came to me.
What else do you perceive?
I saw other objects, but different shapes, and being connected, all of them, through vibration, a kind of vibrational structure. But in the same time, and also before when I was telling you about that technology underground, and even now again, I was having and I still have a kind of second layer. And this layer has to do with some different vibrations, like a mixture of vibrations. It's not that simple, it's not only one. But at the same time, this is connected with other objects. I mean, this vibration. It's like the feeling that I have now. We'll see. The feeling that I have now, it's like to create a kind of confusion, disorientation, having these different types of patterns of frequencies, these objects that still connected to each other, connected somehow in order to reflect something. That's why I see this connection like a network that has to provide something from one to another in accordance to some conditions. And they need this connection to be somehow in the contact with the informations coming from another part, another object, another part of the world.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. What is the function of the Buga Sphere?
It came a light, like a light, but the feeling is that it is more subtle, that simply shines upon that place.
Yes.
And the feeling is that it's giving some kind of warmth to the place or to the people, or warmth, but I don't have the feeling that is perceived that way. I have images now of people being scared, looking up, but I'm not sure if they see the object. I have no idea. I'm telling you just what comes here.
Yes, tell me everything.
Yes, it's just people looking up, having that feeling of being really scared about what they see. And so the feeling that I have is like that. That object is trying somehow to project warmth, so somehow to make people, to impress people that that's coming from the object is beneficial for them. But
Okay.
what they do, the way they work on, let's say, the whole thing is not the way it was supposed to be perceived. But in the same time, this fear, this terror, even this panic that I see in some people, in the same time, it is a welcome frequency
For the
after
object.
all. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you perceive anything else about the function of the sphere?
I saw something red now when you asked about the function, something that has something to do with fire, something red. And when I say that, I see like small pieces of simply little flames. This is what I see. I don't understand the connection or the purpose, but this is what I see. These little flames.
Flames.
Flames, yes,
Okay.
like a fire, yeah.
Okay. We'll see that. Now decode the symbols, the codes, the geometries engraved on the sphere.
Comes back that image, that a symbol that I said
Yes.
in the beginning. It's like I see curves. it's complex. Curves and lines, very symmetrical in a way, blended somehow one in another. The feeling is that there are more, it's not only one, connected one to each other.
Yes.
I have a feeling that being something very old, or when I say old again, came like very fast, that that sense, that's a color, sorry, blue that I saw. But again, I don't know how come there is that combination with the jelly energy that I saw first.
Mm-hmm. And how can you decode the symbols? What do they mean?
It's like they are moving now.
Okay.
They are moving. They are like they are becoming somehow alive. I have the feeling, and it's like not encrypted in the object, but they are somehow flowing away. Oh, and they are frequencies actually, frequencies that's only being like that written there on the object can keep the patterns in them, but in the same time on a subtle level, metaphysical level, they are actually already flying, already, even though I see like they are in the air somehow, on top of not only the people from there, not
Okay.
everywhere, also not everywhere. It has something to do not only with the people, something with the air, with the atmosphere, with the etheric quality of air, let's say, in that area. And looking again, being trying to stay there and connected with them, those I see like curves, like you when you see the wings of a dragon, for example, when you see in
Yes.
cartoons or something. With I see two colors now, like would be a bit of red and a bit of yellow blended one in another and expanding, becoming wider, and moving from one part to another. But the feeling that I have is very complex. I cannot say it's positive or negative, simply complex. That's the feeling that I have. And again, come like different goals from different agendas, different, I don't know, interests. But the thing itself is complex. It's not one thing that serves one agenda. That's what's
Hmm.
the feeling that I have.
Very interesting. Okay. Are there beings or intelligences, human, non-human, or entities related to the Buga Sphere? What do you perceive?
The feeling is that both human and non-human, and it's coming another towards manufactured and natural at the same time. Do what you think you can do with this. This is what came to me.
Repeat, please. Manufacture.
And natural in the same time. It felt somehow strange, contradictory, but that came. So manufactured by humans or non-humans, something having a specific goal with
Yeah.
this, but in the same time, elements that seems to me natural. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's why I said it looks
Yeah.
contradictory, but yeah.
Okay. And the last question of the fixed part. No official statements presenting a specific governmental position regarding this phenomenon have been released. Why?
Came first very specific thing, like they are trying to do their best to imprint in this phenomenon their purpose, their goals, because this is what they need with those frequencies that I was telling you, like somehow they participated in building or creating parts of this object, let's say.
Okay.
But in the same time, I was having the feeling that they cannot control completely. And I had this feeling very strong that it's something that they are struggling really hard to control the phenomenon and to bring it, on their beneficial side. But it's not something under their control completely. That was the feeling. I don't remember the question.
Why aren't there any positions or statements taken by the governments regarding this sphere?
So first came that they are trying hard to control, but in the same time, there is a kind of second layer for why they are not giving any statement to grow somehow the panic, the confusion of the population. They're trying to make like a big event, trying to give the sensation, again, more layers. So trying to give the sensation that they are in control, but they are not. And at the same time, trying to get most of it, what they can from that, not saying actually anything. To get people even more in confusion.
Okay. Perfect. Now we finished the fixed part and we'll continue with the free exploration part. Disconnect from that. And you mentioned that this is a network, a wide network of objects. Connect to this information again. How many objects of this nature do you perceive today in 2025 on Earth?
Came the number 8.
8. Okay. Now take an observant view of the Earth and where are these objects located, more or less?
I don't see a fixed location now. Again, I have this feeling of moving, the same trajectory that I was still seeing in the beginning, not fixed pattern, but still have something to do with specific places, the same like this one.
Okay.
Was
just the trajectory, the route that you perceive is predetermined for all the objects?
No. This is the feeling that I have. Not for all. It's predetermined.
So do you perceive that some of the objects move randomly?
Yeah. This is the feeling. And this is the feeling that gives me that feeling of restlessness coming from the deep state. I mean, because, they cannot control completely they cannot control those random objects.
What are the conditions, the specific conditions, energetical or physical, that makes this object move?
First, I have now I'm seeing objects moving and having that kind of like a radar.
Yeah.
something.
GPS.
GPS, let's say. It's radar that scans the earth, the people, the atmosphere, the air. I don't know what, but this is the feeling that I have.
Okay.
And at the same time, these movements are made through other objects that feels to me that they are implanted there with a purpose, somehow to control the trajectory of these ones that are moving randomly.
What kind of objects, physical objects, you mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of physical object can control the spheres and stuff like that, the trajectory?
The vibrations. I was having that visual image with vibrations that are sent by this, how to call them to be easier, this manufactured, this,
Yeah.
okay, trying to catch the vibrational state of those random in order to control. But I have the feeling that they can control a certain spectrum only.
What spectrum? What? Because you perceived also a mix of vibrations. What vibrations do you perceive? Which ones are predominant?
These ones that can be somehow detected by these fixed ones are a very narrow niche, I would say.
Which one?
But still feels heavy if I'm referring
Yeah.
to that. If I look, and the color is like a thin layer, is not, but still enough to have an impact, not an impact, to get important clues from the movement of that, or from the intentions, let's say, of moving from the direction. But only that. I don't have the feeling that can control, only to gather data in order to understand something about the object, what's planning to do next, maybe, but not to control, not to direct it to somewhere else.
You guessed my next question, which is what data are these objects collecting?
Yeah, that came the direction.
Do they collect data on humans?
No.
What kind of data do they collect?
They collect that data directly from these objects.
Who collects the data from the objects?
The other objects that are controlled by humans from technology, through technology. That was,
Okay.
you know. Mm-hmm.
And
so these ones that are pieces, elements in a network, they are somehow supervising or trying to supervise and to get information about the other ones that are moving randomly.
Okay, the sphere of Buga,
yeah,
is part of this network.
Yeah.
What's its role in this network? Only this sphere, only the Buga one.
Now I saw again that complex layers in the sphere that I was seeing before, and making strange moves inside that network. It's like balancing, moving up and down. Again, that kind of trajectory. I'll try to show you like that and like that, like that and like that. So left, right, but very, very straight lines. So not in curves. Very geometrical, a fixed pattern of moving.
If you compare this movement to the other sphere's movement, do you perceive that it's a normal movement?
No, it's something coming from this complexity of the vibration that contains. It's something that coming from that mixture of natural with this
Manufactured
layers, yes, and not being something very harmonious, let's say, because of so many. It's like something, let's say, the feeling is like that, Buga thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe at some point was natural and has been in a way hijacked somehow by those technology
Yeah, are you
project.
reading my thoughts? Because that
Mm,
is exactly the point that we will see. We will investigate
mm,
the time, the space and time origin of this particular sphere. Okay.
mhm, mhm,
Now we will go back in time, Claudia, and go back at the moment where this sphere is natural. 1, 2, 3. What year is this?
oh, I don't have an year, honestly.
Is it
It's
on Earth?
no,
On what planet is it?
I don't see a planet. Simply somewhere in the air.
Okay.
But the feeling that I got first when you sent me there was
Mhm.
like I sent a heart that was beating. That was the feeling that I had.
Decode this information. How is this related to the sphere, the beating heart and the sphere of Buga?
It's something warm in a very familiar way, like I do, let's say, like a small piece of sun or something. It's a nice thing, nice vibration, and it has a very rhythmic beat. It's like pumping energy,
What
pumping
what
simply,
color is it? What color do you perceive it is?
kind of silver.
Does it have encryptions or writings on it? Or
Yeah.
okay. Do these writings resemble the ones that you perceived earlier in the investigations, or are they different?
Now, when I come back to, it's a difference now. It's like they are more pale when I saw them now. But when I go back in the moment, it was completely natural.
Mm-hmm.
It was more, let's say, surrounded in light, in more shiny, more bright. The symbols, like they're more full of energy.
Mm-hmm. In this moment in time, where we are, where the sphere is neutral and
Mhm.
has a nice vibration, do you perceive other objects, or do you perceive it being part of a network of objects?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But I perceive a lot of objects, a lot around.
More
It's,
than
yes,
okay,
eight
okay.
more.
And are they working together, the objects?
Some of them, yes. It's like something that has to do with the way the things are when they are on natural development. It's like they are like little satellites, natural ones, that are being attracted by different planets to support something there, to support the developing of a layer of frequency or another one. Um, it's like a part of a very interesting pattern, universal pattern. I don't see it's something specific for a planet or another. It's something from like a orbit around big planets in some important moments of that planet, when that planet is undergoing some kind of change, some kind of shifting frequencies, or layers. I see simply changes happening on different planets, and these objects are occurring, are coming somehow to participate, I would say. But what I'm saying, I have the feeling that it's very simple comparing with what's going on actually.
It's simple at the time where we are now, in the very far away past. How do you
Yes.
perceive at the moment where this sphere is natural? Sorry, how do you perceive its consciousness? Does it have a consciousness?
It's more a natural consciousness. It's like acts on a very synchronistical way. I don't see something programmed or pushed or being restrained like I see now. Oh, yeah. Now, when you're going on the present moment, I was having these feelings of being something mixed with mixed frequencies, with
Pieces of
being
consciousness.
pieces, exact, with being pushed somehow to stay in a certain network, in that network. Yeah.
Okay. From the moment this sphere was natural, advance in time and go to the exact moment where it started being manufactured. And describe me what you perceive, what is happening with it.
I have a feeling of like a ball that's jumping. I have the feeling that it is sometimes, let's say, hijacked in different proportions. So it's not like the same in every moment that has been catched. But still, I have this feeling like jumping and then manage somehow to go away. But again, I have this image is not the only thing happening. There are also other objects that are happens to have the same
Fate.
process, the same, let's say, fate. Yes, but I don't see it as a something final. This is what I see. It's not something that's happening. It's hijacked, and that's it. It's dead. And no, I have this image of jumping away from any structure, no matter how inclusive would try to be.
And by who do you perceive, by who or by what is it manufactured? Is it altered?
It is altered by forces that are trying to keep that vibrational spectrum of a certain planet in a way that used to be, to not let her participate in the change, universal change, to not be part of the cycles that are supposed to be part in some moments. So the forces that are trying to keep the planet in that mode will do anything possible to hijack, to modify the goal, the frequency, the role of those objects. And for that, they do anything possible. They will even create the same type of objects to create confusion, to create more frequencies of that are having the role to distort and to invert the frequencies of the natural one.
Same as always.
Yes.
Yes, you perceive. Okay, now advance in time. Come back to the present moment, Claudia. Very good. You perceived it, the sphere of Buga, you perceived it coming from underground this time with a dark vibration, cold and technology, a muddy energy.
Yeah.
Why do, how did this happen? Describe to me what you perceive. Describe more about this.
The image that I was having when you read that,
Yeah.
it was like how to say, I was having like a human face in front of me. It was a symbol image, a human face with the one cheek being disguised somehow with something black put there. So the people couldn't recognize the person, like took something from that person's natural traits, being disguised in that way. That's the feeling that I have. They did the same to that object. They simply manufactured similar vibrations in order to insert in the object, to make it look in a different way, to not have the natural function that was supposed to be.
Do you perceive that they changed the symbols on it?
No,
No.
I don't have
Okay.
this feeling. I see again those symbols, simply less shining, less light in there.
What what do the symbols mean? Decode these symbols.
Is again with frequencies. Again, I have these images of flowing like would be alive. Now the symbols being alive and spreading around different frequencies, more complex than used to be. This is what I see. Simply that again that I saw before.
Okay, so if I understand well, in the past, before it was manufactured, when the sphere was still natural, the symbols were sending more nicer frequencies.
More complex, more high, more
Higher.
let's say higher in higher. That's the best word, I think.
And since it's been manufactured and altered, the symbols, the power of the symbols was also modified.
Reduced somehow,
Reduced.
and modified also the type of frequencies that's spreading around. Again, I see those, let's say, flyings. How to say wings? Sorry.
Wings
Yes, with those two colors
of the dragon, red and yellow.
So it's a kind of inverted.
What do the wings represent?
Power, mastery of some qualities, something very oppressive and in the same time, but has to do with something that it is imprinted in there. It is added. I don't have the feeling that that's natural. It's that inversion that I was telling you. It's part of the project coming from this black energy.
Yes. Okay, now disconnect from this and we will go to the future. To the future, do you perceive a future where in which this sphere will be natural again?
Yes. And not only that, also others. Again, come that are many.
Okay. Okay. Let's go there on 3. 1, 2, 3. The spheres, the objects are natural again. How many years do you advance the time?
Became 20.
20
But I don't have the feeling that
centuries.
No, 20 years. But I don't have the feeling that when I said 20, it's about the spheres or being on a big change with them, but creating a big effect on some parts of the earth. Even like that, being somehow, let's say, enchained by other forces, I don't know. And I'm telling you what came, an image, not very nice image. Again, with those little flames that I was telling you in the beginning. Well, now I saw like simply parts of cities, of parts of Earth being under fire. That was the image, not a good one, but like somehow it was an effect being constrained to not let to be natural. They somehow at some point managed, let's say, to explode in a more violent way, to do something, to create a kind of chaos. Because they are about to help to bring change, and they are not led to do.
They're not doing their natural function.
Exactly.
Okay,
But still
they were.
But will be in a more not harmonious way.
They are constrained to doing.
Yes.
Constrained and physically changed.
Yes.
To do something they're not supposed to entirely. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but how do you perceive the level of consciousness in 20 years?
A lot higher. And the feeling is that it's not the only consciousness. I mean, it's not something equal for all the humans on Earth. Still more timelines developing. This is what I feel, I see. It's not like everybody's on the same timeline. No way.
Of course.
I see differences, yeah.
Of course. Now, my last question, and we stay here 20 years. How can the human consciousness be higher and still grow despite the spheres, the manufactured spheres, and the attempts on the consciousness, on the attempts of some people, some industries to keep the consciousness from growing? Why is it still growing?
It's actually no way to be stopped. That's what's coming to me. When you read the question, the feeling was it's actually the other way. The growing consciousness, it's so strong. And that's why they are making so big efforts to stop it. And knowing that, the feeling that I have is there's no way to be stopped. I see like how to say, like a river, like an explosion in front of my eyes of the consciousness, like a symbolistic image, and all those means, all those actions that are trying to stop it, look like little things around or underneath. No way to stop it. Simply, yeah,
delay.
A delay, and to create chaos more than normal. That's, yes, a very possible thing to be, but not to stop it. No way.
Then why are they still trying?
They don't know what else to do. They don't have other options. They don't have other sources of energy for themselves. They don't know how to create it, how to survive another way. They do the way they know to do. They are not creative. They only mimic creativity, and not being creative, they don't know how to create another way for them.
That's very well said. They're not creative. They're miming creativity.
Yes. Yes. Through technology.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Claudia, very, very good. Come back to the present moment and tell me if you perceived anything else and you didn't have time to mention, if you want to add something about the Buga Sphere in Colombia.
Just this feeling that it is a time of more interesting events happening, and it's not only this one, will come even more, because when we are now doing the investigation, I was having, let's say, background images with other phenomena in the skies. So it's a time that supports this kind of, because it's about change and the development of the consciousness in humankind. And it is something normal to be that way. And this kind of type of moments of ending and beginning cycles in humanity. But it's again a time for each of us to return to our own center of power inside. It's nothing to be to be feared. No matter what we see or what was the origin of what we see, it can be coming from who we already know. They are desperately trying to put us in a low frequency, or might not be, can be something natural or something came to support us. The feeling that I have, this is not so important actually. So again, it's a time to not look so much outside, but to be even more inclined toward us deep within. This is the place of peace and balance for every person, every human being. First of all.
Beautifully said. Thank you. Okay, now I will count from 1 to 3. And at 3, you will be fully in the present moment.
Hello.
What a time to be alive.
Yes, seems like.
How do you feel?
Great. I feel great as always. After every investigation, I feel good.
Refreshed.
Yes.
Can I add something? Can I say something?
Sure.
I liked I didn't like, but when you said they create chaos, and it made me think, isn't chaos that makes us sometimes wake up? It's like a shock. It's an event. It's something that makes you think, hey, is this normal?
Yes.
Why is this happening?
Yes.
So they create their own enemies.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Do you know more about Buga Sphere? Because for me it was completely unknown subject.
No, nothing. I just read a bit before the investigation, but you described it well without knowing it. So it's silver. It has symbols.
Ah, yes. It's silver. Okay.
Yeah, it is silver, and it's small. It's like football ball. A soccer.
Okay. Interesting. I'll look to see.
Yes, interesting. Let's wait for other objects to fall from the sky. And until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to us. We'll see you with new investigations every week, Tuesday at evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Claudia.
My pleasure, Ioana.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Buenos días.
Dzień dobry.
Bienvenidos a este primer vídeo de Disclosure en español y polaco.
Bardzo Was serdecznie witamy na tym nowym wideo, które będzie w języku hiszpańskim i polskim na kanale Disclosures.
Vamos a producir mucho más vídeos en futuro como estos vídeos informativos.
W przyszłości stworzymy dużo więcej takich wideo, które będą Was informowały o różnych rzeczach.
Porque estamos notando que cuanto más se va divulgando este trabajo, estas hipnosis por internet, también cuanto más mala información se está difundiendo.
A to dlatego, że zauważyliśmy, że im więcej wstawiamy sesji z naszymi hipnozami, tym więcej jakby informacji sprzecznych zaczyna się rozprzestrzeniać.
Y entonces hoy vamos a hablar de las sesiones investigativas.
Więc dzisiaj będziemy mówić o sesjach badawczych.
Porque estoy viendo que hay personas que a lo mejor se dedican a una sesión con una persona, se van a algún lugar, preguntan algo y lo poco de información que pueden extraer de una sesión se lo creen como si fuera oro, completamente puro oro.
Bo zauważyłem, że są takie sesje i takie osoby, które robią jedną sesję z jedną osobą na dany temat i kiedy wychodzi tam jakaś informacja, to jest ona odbierana, jakby to było rzeczywiście coś niesamowicie wiarygodnego, jakby to było czyste złoto.
Yo os digo que la sesión así dicha investigativa no existe.
Ja chciałbym Wam powiedzieć, że sesja badawcza tak naprawdę nie istnieje.
Entonces podríais como preguntar, entonces cuando haces una sesión a un cliente y preguntas cosas, ¿por qué preguntas?
Więc mógłbyś mi zadać pytanie, więc skoro robisz jakąś sesję z jakąś osobą i zadajesz jej pytania, to właściwie po co je w ogóle zadajesz?
Sí, sabemos que la información en hipnosis está muy, pero de verdad muy contaminada.
My bardzo dobrze wiemy, że informacja, która wychodzi podczas hipnozy jest niezwykle, ale to niezwykle zanieczyszczona.
Y esta información, así como sale de la hipnosis, no podemos tomarla como conocimiento, como investigación.
Więc takiej informacji, która wychodzi podczas sesji hipnozy, nie bierzemy nigdy jako takiej informacji, która jest rzeczywiście bardzo prawdziwa, zgodna z prawdą i oczywista.
En el caso de sesiones a clientes, la información que sacamos nos sirve por otro objetivo. El objetivo es llegar a la causa de su problema y trabajar.
Te informacje, które uzyskujemy podczas sesji dla klientów, służą nam zupełnie do czegoś innego. Celem jest to, żeby znaleźć przyczynę i pracować nad nią.
Pero ¿qué significa que la información está contaminada? ¿Cuánto está contaminada y por qué?
Ale co to właściwie oznacza informacja zanieczyszczona? Kiedy jest zanieczyszczona i dlaczego jest zanieczyszczona?
Hay que saber que cuando nosotros pedimos una información y nos llega a través de una persona en hipnosis, esta información sale de una fuente, para así decirlo, y atraviesa muchas dimensiones, muchas densidades.
Kiedy prosimy o jakąś informację podczas sesji, to ta informacja, powiedzmy to w ten sposób, pochodzi z jakiegoś źródła, ale w międzyczasie przechodzi przez wiele gęstości i wiele wymiarów.
Y también pasa por conciencias, por inteligencias. Esa información viene atrapada en el éter por varios seres.
Ale ta informacja przechodzi też przez wiele umysłów, wiele świadomości, istnieje w eterze i może być przechwycona również przez wiele bytów.
Estos seres, estas inteligencias, pueden voluntariamente o involuntariamente distorsionarla.
I te byty, te istoty lub świadomości mogą ją zniekształcić świadomie lub nieświadomie.
Y además, la persona que está en hipnosis tiene sus creencias, su mentalidad, sus perspectivas, sus opiniones. Esta estructura mental contamina también esta información.
A co więcej, osoba, która jest w stanie hipnozy, ma swoje własne przekonania, swoje własne wartości i wierzenia, swoją własną mentalność i przez tą właśnie strukturę całą mentalną również może dojść do jeszcze kolejnego zanieczyszczenia.
Y además, si nosotros queremos investigar, por ejemplo, una persona o un ser que no tiene ninguna conexión con el ambiente hipnótico donde estamos trabajando, esta persona puede no autorizar la salida de informaciones de sí mismo.
A co więcej, jeśli połączymy się z jakąś istotą, która absolutnie nie należy do tego środowiska hipnotycznego, w którym pracujemy, taka istota może nie zgodzić się na przekazanie informacji.
Si hay interacción, si hay interferencias entre un ser y otro, es posible que circule información por las conexiones, por los pactos.
Jeśli jest jakaś interferencja między dwoma istotami, to wtedy dzięki tym paktom, albo przez te pakty, przez to połączenie, które istnieje, rzeczywiście wychodzą informacje.
Pero si en aquella sesión en concreto ese ser o esa persona se va a cuestionar y no hay ninguna conexión, es muy improbable que llegue una información autorizada.
Ale jeśli zdarzy się tak, że łączymy się z istotą, która nie ma z tym nic wspólnego, to jest bardzo mało prawdopodobne, że dostaniemy jakąś informację.
Entonces, imaginemos que queremos investigar sobre un personaje famoso de la historia.
No, na przykład wyobraźmy sobie, że chcielibyśmy otrzymać informację o jakiejś osobie niezwykle znanej, historycznej.
Si no tenemos de alguna manera alguna conexión con los elementos del ambiente hipnótico y esta persona, aunque no esté conectada, no autoriza esta información, pues no llega.
Więc jeśli wyobrazimy sobie, że ta osoba nie jest w żaden sposób połączona z tym środowiskiem hipnotycznym, w którym pracujemy, może się tak zdarzyć, że absolutnie nie zezwoli na żadne przekazywanie informacji na swój temat.
Y cuando pasa esto, hay siempre o casi siempre alguna entidad que se aprovecha de la situación.
I kiedy to się dzieje, zazwyczaj pojawia się jakiś byt, który wykorzystuje tę sytuację.
Se puede presentar con la supuesta identidad de la persona o del ser que estamos buscando, o puede de todas formas modificar o inventar una información por su cuenta, por su personal ventaja.
Może zrobić dwie rzeczy. Albo przyjąć, zidentyfikować się z osobą, o której chcemy zrobić tę sesję, przyjąć jej tożsamość, albo zmienić informacje, które chcielibyśmy otrzymać, tak aby to działało na jej korzyść.
Nosotros en sesión a clientes podemos trabajar porque el cliente nos autoriza a trabajar en su sesión.
Podczas sesji dla klientów możemy pracować nad takimi informacjami, bo otrzymujemy zgodę na informacje właśnie dzięki temu klientowi.
Y podemos trabajar con sus seres queridos, por ejemplo, o con los seres que interfieren con ella, propio porque hay estas conexiones.
I możemy pracować na przykład z istotami, które kocha ta dana osoba, lub z bytami, które w nią ingerują, właśnie przez to połączenie, które tam istnieje.
Entonces, hay una gran diferencia entre la sesión a un cliente para solucionar sus problemas y hacer sesiones para investigar.
Dlatego istnieje taka duża różnica między sesjami, które robimy dla klientów, aby rozwiązać ich problemy, i między sesjami takimi poszukiwawczymi, badawczymi.
Por eso digo que no existe una sesión investigativa.
I dlatego właśnie Wam mówię, że nie istnieje coś takiego jak sesja badawcza.
Lo que existe es un protocolo de sesiones de investigación.
To, co istnieje, to pewien protokół sesji badawczych.
Hay que seguir un protocolo y hay que ejecutar una serie de sesiones y con personas diferentes.
Więc trzeba zawsze śledzić ten sam protokół, a jednocześnie wykonać wiele sesji z różnymi osobami.
El protocolo tiene que ser único, unívoco, porque hay que preguntar en un tema las mismas preguntas para ir en la misma dirección.
Ten protokół powinien być zawsze taki sam, ponieważ należy zadawać takie same pytania, tak aby iść zawsze w tym samym kierunku.
Cuanto más está restringido este espacio de investigación, cuanto más podemos tener más probabilidad de tener buena información.
Im bardziej zawężamy obszar naszych poszukiwań, tym bardziej prawdopodobne będzie, że otrzymamy dobre informacje.
Sí, podemos también aumentar este espacio, pero tenemos que aumentar proporcionalmente el número de sesiones por hacer.
Możemy oczywiście rozszerzyć ten obszar, ale wtedy będziemy zmuszeni również rozszerzyć ilość tych sesji.
Luego, cuando tenemos una grande serie de sesiones, pero estamos hablando de centenas o hasta de millares de sesiones.
I wtedy mówimy o olbrzymiej liczbie sesji, od setki po tysiące.
Tenemos que recoger toda aquella información que es común a todas o a casi todas estas sesiones hechas.
I wtedy musimy pozbierać te informacje, które są wspólne dla wszystkich bądź prawie wszystkich tych sesji.
Esta información común vais a ver que es un porcentaje muy pequeño con respecto a la totalidad de la información.
I zobaczycie, że ta informacja wspólna będzie naprawdę niewielkim odsetkiem tych informacji, które się tam pojawią.
Son pepitas de oro.
To są takie malutkie ziarenka.
Es como si nosotros vamos a un río, vamos a coger este filtro, vamos a coger muchísima arena para recoger solo muy pocas pepitillas de oro.
I można to przyrównać do poszukiwania złota, kiedy filtruje się dno rzeki, zbiera się mnóstwo piasku, a na koniec pojawiają się maleńkie ziarenka złota.
Esa sí que es información de oro.
I to jest właśnie ta informacja złota.
Si hoy podemos decir que hay seres que interfieren bastante con el ser humano y que tienen formas de animales reptiles o de animales a forma de insectos, etc., es porque todo esto sale desde que se empezaron las sesiones de hipnosis y hay muchísimas, millares y millares con esta información común.
I jeśli dzisiaj możemy powiedzieć, że są ingerencje, które przybierają formy albo reptilii, albo jakichś insektów, to dlatego, że takie informacje wychodzą od początku naszych sesji hipnotycznych i są wspólne i jest ich tysiące.
Pero si yo digo que en la ciudad de Nueva York, en el 1452, en aquel punto, había una casa que vivía un viejo que se llamaba Tom, pues solo en aquella sesión ha salido y cuanto más contaminada puede ser, no lo va a saber nadie.
Ale jeśli chciałabym powiedzieć, przekazać taką informację, że w Nowym Jorku w 1452 roku stał taki a taki dom, w którym mieszkał taki a taki starszy pan o imieniu Tom, to nie mam pojęcia, jak bardzo zanieczyszczona będzie ta informacja.
Así entonces se hace investigación. Es un trabajo muy largo, muy duro y tiene que ser hecho con un protocolo riguroso y severo.
A więc właśnie w taki sposób należy robić sesje badawcze. Jest to proces bardzo długi, ciężki i który wymaga bardzo restrykcyjnego protokołu.
Entonces, por esto que nosotros ya vamos a empezar a hacer ciclos de investigación.
I właśnie dlatego zaczniemy teraz robić takie cykle badawcze.
La estructura del team, que cada vez va creciendo siempre más, y el número de clientes que cada día contactan con nosotros, nos permiten organizar estos ciclos de investigación.
I ponieważ struktura naszego zespołu cały czas się powiększa, a także liczba klientów, którzy kontaktują się z nami każdego dnia, te czynniki pozwalają nam na to, żebyśmy zrobili taki cykl badawczy.
Creo que ya he dicho todo, o casi todo. Cualquier pregunta podéis escribirla en los comentarios del vídeo o donde sea publicado el vídeo.
Myślę, że powiedziałem wszystko, bądź prawie wszystko, a jeśli macie jakieś pytania, to proszę zadajcie je pod tym wideo.
Gracias por vuestra atención.
Dziękujemy za Waszą uwagę.
Y gracias a ti, Milena.
Gracias a ti, Kalo. Dziękujemy.
Chao.
Ciao.